سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم اللهم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. Recite Durood Sharif everyone. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وبارك وسلم. قال الله تعالى في القرآن المجيد والفرقان الحميد بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. مثل الذين ينفقون أموالهم في سبيل الله كمثل حبة أنبتت 7 سنابل في كل سنبلة 100 حبة والله يضاعف لمن يشاء والله واسع عليم. وجاء رجل إلى النبي صلى الله تعالى عليه وسلم فقال يا رسول الله أي الصدقة أعظم أجرا قال أن تصدق وأنت صحيح شحيح أو كما قال عليه الصلاة والسلام. My dear respected honorable ulama kiram, hufaz kiram, brothers, elders, mothers and sisters, As-Salaam alaikum wa barakatuh. Okay, everyone is hungry today I think. And then 4 o'clock is tea time after Maghrib though, yeah? And then we worry why we looking like this. Allah make raham on us. Khair, my dear brothers and elders and respected listeners, carries many blessings. One is that dua on the day of Jumu'ah is assuredly accepted. Yani there is a certain time on the day of Friday when dua is definitely accepted by Allah Rabbul Izzati wal Jalal. Some ulama are of the opinion that when the Imam sits between the two khutbahs, at that time the dua is accepted. Some of the opinion that based on the hadith of Hazrat Aisha Siddiqa radiallahu ta'ala anha, the dua made just before Maghrib Salah is accepted. So this is a very valuable time. At that time we're busy, we're running around, school, children have come from school, getting ready for madrasa. Let it not be that we forget. And because we can forget, alhamdulillah, we are very fortunate that most of us carry some sort of phone that has an alarm on there. Set a reminder on your phone that, and just write the word dua. So when you look at your phone, the alarm rings, dua. You might be busy, you might be driving. You don't have to lift up your hands. Obviously, if you're driving, you lift up both your hands and you're going to end up with bigger problems. Yeah? But make dua from your heart, from your mind, from your mouth. If your children are with you, teach them to make dua with you. And inshaAllah al-Aziz, you never know what dua of yours may be accepted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Second thing is that we should be generous in the concern and worry about anyone and everyone who is a reciter of the kalima La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Why? Because our master, our teacher, Nabi Kareem Muhammad Mustafa Mujtaba sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam, his worry and concern was always about the ummah. We know that on the day of judgment he will shout, Ya Rabbi ummati ummati. Oh Rabb, my nation, my people, yeah, my followers. So we should have that same worry and concern. And as we know from the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam, that al-Muslimu ka-rajulin wahid, in ishtaka aynu, ishtaka kullu, in ishtaka ra'su, ishtaka kullu. A hadith that I've mentioned over and over, and I continue to mention it, wherein Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam has said that the Muslim ummah is like one being. And we all know, when you have a headache, when you have a toothache, when some part of your body is paining, the rest of your body is going through difficulties, going through discomfort. Those of you that suffer, for example, with migraines, however you want to pronounce it, you know that it becomes almost impossible to do anything because you have such a severe headache. Sometimes you take medication, you rub medication and you get someone to massage you and it's only getting worse. Allahu Akbar, Allah save us from all types of illnesses. Ameen. Say Ameen, brothers. When we are ill, then we say, Moulana, make dua for me, I'm ill. When we are making dua that Allah protect us from illnesses, at that time also we should make dua. At that time we should also make dua. Every opportunity on a Friday you should be making dua, because you never know when your dua will be accepted. So we are taught that Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wasallam, his worry and concern was always for the ummah. How can my ummah benefit? How can my ummah come onto the right path? How can my ummah obey Allah? How can my ummah obey the ways of the sunnah? How can they be good people that are going to benefit those that are around them, irrespective of their faith, irrespective of their background, irrespective of what their beliefs and ideologies may be? And how can my ummah enter into Jannah without any reckoning? How can they enter into Jannah without going to Jahannam? How can they enter into Jannah without going through difficulty on the Day of Judgment? And as people who claim that we love Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it is showing by action that we truly love Allah's beloved Rasul sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam. Now, today I'm focusing on this trip that I'm about to join Brother Sarfaraz, and there's a few more brothers from around the country, inshallah. Sunday morning we leave from here, early in the morning, before Fajr, or around Fajr time we leave from here for the airport. And inshallah we'll be flying out to Lebanon for just a few days. Inshallah next week, Jumu'ah, I hope to be back in your company. We plan to spend 3 days there, and in that 3 days our aim is to spend maximum amount of time visiting our brothers and sisters, because their lives have been turned upside down. Now, what does it matter to us? Crisis that there is, this financial difficulties that we are going through at the moment, because our utility bills have gone up. They will go up again in April, and they're probably going to go up again in October, and possibly going up again at the end of the year. And everyone is worried. What is going to happen? How am I going to manage? How am I going to put the heating on? And so many people are going through so many difficulties. Yeah? And because of that, they are turning to people like us, the Peace Center Food Bank, and asking for help with buying food. Just within the last 24 hours, I've had at least 2 emails come through from people saying, we are absolutely desperate for food, can you help us? Not, we just need a little bit of help. We are desperate. If you do not give us food, we don't have any food. Subhanallah. Masjidul Nabawi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, go back to that time, and you find that when a person had a difficulty, where did they go to? The masjid. Yeah? So we have this opportunity, yeah, to do so, to try and help and assist our neighbors. So we should, inshallah. Sadly, and very strangely, the believer who has true yaqeen in Allah should be reciting Surah Waqiyah after Maghrib, Surah Mulk at night. Why? Because, can anyone tell me what's the benefit of reciting Surah Waqiyah every night? Protects you from poverty. If you are worried about paying your bills, recite Surah Waqiyah. If you are worried how you are going to pay for your electricity, for your gas, for your fuel, for your food, and whatever other expenses you have, I'm not talking about your holiday to Dubai. Yeah? Now the new destination, Qatar. It was more modernized now. I'm talking about struggling to make ends meet. Recite Surah Waqiyah. Put your faith in Allah, that Ya Allah, I need you to help me. And I promise you Allah will help. Another thing we should do is increase our sadaqah. By spending in sadaqah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives the example in Surah Al-Baqarah.